Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to the Mirage, and today I have a new type of video for my channel, and I've been thinking about this for a while, but I'm just gonna get right into it. You guys don't need much of an intro. So today, it's raining outside. There's a thunderstorm coming, I believe, and so it's nicely cozy energy, and I wanted to read you Sylvia Plath's Fig Tree Allegory from the bell jar. If you are not familiar with Sylvia Plath, she is a writer and most famously a poet. Very famous for her depressing poems. She struggled a lot with mental health and is no longer with us. She sadly took her own life shortly after she wrote the book that this allegory is in. So the book is called The Bell Jar, as I previously mentioned, and The Bell Jar is a novel, so it's fiction, but it is essentially based on Sylvia Plath's life. A lot of it, not all of it, but a lot of it, and mainly the mental health struggles that Esther deals with in the book. Yes, I have read the book. Duh. I have Lana Racing Alongs on here. Duh, I've read the book. Anyway, if you have not read it, I recommend it, but that being said, this may be my own personal opinion. I don't feel that if you haven't read it, you are missing out on anything. Like, I don't want to start a fight. I love the book, I really do. But if you don't feel that you're a reader or anything, I don't think you need to go out of your way to get the point. There's lots of other art that makes a lot of the same points that she does. I just love the way that she does it, and she was super famous for a reason. So, without further ado, let's get right into it, and I'm gonna read you this allegory, and then we're gonna have a little class discussion on it. Can you tell that I was in an English class, girly, in high school? Well, it might surprise you that I went for a STEM degree. Here we are. Anyway, so this is Sylvia Plath's Fig Tree Allegory, and I am going to be reading it off my laptop. I don't have it memorized, but I'll whisper for you, okay? Alright. I saw my life branching out before me like the fig tree in the story. From the tip of every branch, like a fat purple fig, a wonderful future beckoned and winked. One fig was a husband and a happy home and children, and another fig was a famous poet, and another fig a brilliant professor. And another fig was Iggy, the amazing editor. And another fig was Europe and Africa and South America. And another fig was Constantine and Socrates and Attila and a pack of other lovers with strange names and offbeat professions. And another fig was an Olympic lady crew champion. And beyond and above these figs were so many more figs. My dog loves Sylvia Plath, really, truly. I couldn't quite make out. So above those figs were so many more figs that she couldn't quite make out. I saw myself sitting in the crotch of this fig tree, starving to death, because I couldn't make up my mind which of the figs I would choose. I wanted each and every one. choosing one meant losing all the rest. And as I sat there, unable to decide, the figs began to wrinkle and go black, and one by one they plopped to the ground at my feet. So, that is the fig tree allegory. In case you've heard about it, I know TikTok has kind of like discussed it. But a lot of people are talking about this allegory, and I think it's kind of popular because it's so relatable. Obviously, if you're a person in their 20s, or just a young person at all with the daunting task of having to figure out what you want to do with your life, the large span of time that is the rest of your life, it can be really anxiety inducing. And this allegory really paints that picture. It also really paints a picture of me personally. I feel very like I really resonate with it because I feel like a very multifaceted person who's like, I want to try this, and 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 I want to try so many things, and how can I try them all in so little time? What isn't normally discussed, which I saw some people bring up on TikTok. I'm not on TikTok that much. Okay, I am, but like I'm not. Is how right after she says this whole like spiel that's so emotional, she basically was hungry and like ate something and was like, I immediately felt so much better. So that's also relatable for so many reasons, but it can be like a way of basically saying as soon as she just did something, she was happier. I don't know how I feel about that, but what I do feel about the fig tree allegory is it's about being, letting your fear freeze you, essentially, right? When you're so young, you have so many opportunities. It's so exhausting to choose anything, okay? Like, to even fathom choosing anything is so exhausting. And people just keep asking, and you just keep thinking, and whether you're somebody who wants to do everything or nothing at all, the fig tree allegory is very much like, what am I going to make of this life? And the point is that if you freeze, eventually all possibilities are no longer possibilities. You have to start somewhere is the point of the allegory, or what I get from it personally. If there's fight and there's flight and there's freeze and you're freezing, you don't get anything out of doing nothing. And so the point of the allegory is to say, if you sit at the crotch of the fig tree thinking about all the figs and never eating one, they're all gonna die on you, and you're never gonna get to try one at all. You have to just jump into something that's calling you the most, and it doesn't mean that choosing one is letting go of all the rest. It doesn't have to mean that. You have to let go of something, okay? You can't do it all in this life, unfortunately, but you don't have to let it all go at all. At all. I always tell myself that I don't have to stop doing anything that I like, and that I am choosing one thing to kind of go after as like my big focus, but that doesn't mean I have to stop, everything else. And the other things that I like turn into hobbies, activities that I do sometimes, and it's how I keep my brain active, and I'm still focused on my main goals, but I never shy away from or forget the things I've always been interested in or things that I want to get interested in, okay? It's possible. It's possible to be a part to dabble in it all, if you will. But sadly, it's impossible to do it all. But you can try as much as you can. You just have to actually get up and do something before the pigsty. And with that, I'm going to leave you and bid you adieu. Let me know if you